to you Tapophiles. I'm here today at my first cemetery seek of 2017 in the heart of the Jewellery Quarter in Birmingham. Today we're going to be viewing the cemetery behind me. We've got to go around the outside, but I wanted to show you this awesome archway that is on one of the entrances. We have to go around another way to get in, but just whilst I'm on this side, I'll tell you more once we get in there. Okay, so coming in from the sideway here, we can see more of this gateway. It is a cemetery lodge. That's what's left of it now. And some business is in there now, sadly, but it's still there, so that's a good thing. Coming in from this side, I believe, is one half of the cemetery. It was hard to distinguish online from maps, as it seems it's a huge cemetery that has two entrances on both sides. Prove me wrong, people, if you're watching right now. There is Key Hill Cemetery and, hang on, notage, Warstone Lane. I have entered on Warstone Lane, so I believe this half of it would be the Warstone Lane Cemetery. Collectively, I believe it's called Brookfields. So, part of it, I think the oldest part is in Brookfields, with catacombs in the middle. So obviously, you know, I love my catacombs, so we'll go and have a look in the middle there. It literally is in the centre of the Jewellery Quarter of Birmingham. As you can see around the outside, there's all the buildings. So I'm gonna go venture now. Looks very old. Bit more information as we walk around. So one of the first things I'm seeing is there was a sign saying that a lot of the ground is unsafe. So I will be careful where I walk. A lot of it is fenced off as well, just for safety's sake. But you can kind of see how old. A lot of them are blackened, or like these, a lot of algae and moss growing on. So a little bit of info for you guys. Was opened 1847, consecrated, and has over 92,000 plus graves, so obviously it's quite the huge. The chapel, I believe the one we went past, is grade 2 listed, so that's most likely why it's been saved, even though there's a business in it now. So I'm walking around the outside part now, and I can see that there is another cemetery next to it. So let's have a view of some of the graves whilst we're in here. So as I've walked around to the middle part here, I can see the catacombs area that I was looking for. Just making sure that you can get down there, I really hope so. So here we go, on the edges. A lot of graves that are laid flat because of obviously the safety reasons, and it looks like they're working over there a bit. So we'll see if we can get down there. I really hope we can. So a little bit of information before we go over to the catacombs area. In December 11th, 1940, the church on Bath Row was destroyed by the German War, and the bombs that hit it completely destroyed it. It wasn't rebuilt, but the grounds are relaid around that area for Queen Elizabeth II's coronation in 1953. So all those gravestones that were around that area were removed and moved here. So the memorial garden that is in here, which I haven't found yet, but I'll find it soon, I should think. I think I saw it around the edge, was in commemoration of the 50th anniversary of this bombing. So a lot of history connected with that area. We'll go have a look in a bit. But let's get into this catacombs area first. Really reminds me of the large open area in the Nottingham Rock Cemetery, actually. Which, as I was walking up here, there were plaques on the ground saying about that there are tunnels beneath your feet. So, thinking it's the same kind of deal. As usual, as I always suggest, when you come to a place like this, it's very run down. There's a lot of people looking. Please don't come on your own, like me, because I'm just stupid. I'll just walk around, not letting people know where I am, get myself lost, get myself kidnapped in some graveyard. It's fine. Don't you do that. Anyway, this area definitely hasn't had any graves in for a long time. I believe they stopped taking graves a long time ago, but it's pretty cool. It's very high up as well. It's amazing. I'd love to get inside one of those, but as you can see from here, they're all doors on them. There's one up there that's kind of bricked up. I'm gonna go look at it because it's got a plaque above it like it's important. Let's go find out. Obviously the wall is coming down on this side, and that's their way of keeping up. There's a few graves underneath it which they've tried to move. It's kind of scary that I just walked over that. I think the top of it over here has already come down, but trying their best, I suppose. So let's have a look at this plaque. There's obviously a tunnel and a doorway going through there. Thomas Medlicott from the Medlicott family. It's most likely a vault, I suppose. And these are still the original fronts to them. A few bits missing. Patty and William Frederick Adams, who's also interred in New Plymouth, New Zealand. It's quite nice before it fell apart. And like this one, would have had flowers in the front at one point. And that's all there is. All the rest are all blocked off. And here we have the view from the other side. With, I believe these are protected. There's not much left of them now. How much is falling out there. And this is their wonderful sign for Warstone Lane Cemetery. There's not really much on there besides keep to the pathways. Oops, guess who didn't? And it just tells you really where the offices were and the catacombs in the middle. But not much more info on there at all. It's a bit of a sorry state, but I think people just use it as a cut-through more than anything else. And it just say, at this location there are Commonwealth war graves. I haven't found them yet, so I'm gonna go around the outside and see if I can find them from the other side entrance. Okay, now this is mega awesome. To me, this is fame. There is a Druid's grave here of Brother George William Manley by the Ancient Order of Druids, Mercia number 4, a gentleman and a druid. It's really awesome. So in regards to Commonwealth war graves, there are a few, but they're scattered. Haven't really found a memorial yet. There we go, there's one here. And there was one lower down the hill as well, but they're not all in one place, I would say. I'll keep looking. Might be some towards the top. Keep bench on the wall. I suppose I found it. I wouldn't say it's very impressive, but it's at least tidy. There's a really awesome bench. That's really, really cool. And just opposite, we have a memorial dedicated to those who fell in the Great War. So at least there's that. As you can see, all around here there isn't like a 50th anniversary war memorial. I haven't found one anyway. I would imagine that the First World War, not the Second, so I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, that's really it, I would imagine. I'll go and have a view at some of the other graves. There's a few really old ones around here. There's not that many famous people buried here either. Look it up, there's a lot of different people relative to the area, especially the jewellery quarter. But majority of them you may not know unless you research them perhaps. They're very historical, famous. But anyway, from me, it's going to be a toodle pip. I hope you've enjoyed this first cemetery seek. There will be many more. I mean, today it was -2 and threatening snow, so obviously, where do I go? To a graveyard, obviously, and go wander around in the freezing cold. Anyway, see you guys soon. Hope you've enjoyed. Okay, bye-bye! Before I go, looking on this little sign here, where we started, which was here, the war memorial is behind it, so we'll just go and have a quick look to wrap it up. There we go. So I walked straight past it on the way in because I was obviously so excited that I was at the cemetery I didn't notice that it was here. Anyway.